it is so remarkable for us to have a world-renowned specialist in this as part of our conference faculty. And there were a few questions I wanted to ask you by way of documenting what we're going to be doing next month. And the first one was just to ask you how you got started in this incredibly difficult world you inhabit of high-pressure, high-visibility negotiations. Is it something that you sought, or did it find you?
Found me. I never took a course in negotiation in law school. I never took a course in mediation or arbitration. But the judge in Brooklyn in 1984, who had the Agent Orange Vietnam veterans litigation, asked me if I would become a mediator to try and resolve the case, which was going to trial. And I told him I had never taken a course in mediation, but I knew the judge. I knew him very well as a friend, Judge Jack Weinstein, federal judge. And he appointed me the settlement master, the mediator. And once that case settled, that changed my professional career, because all sorts of people and businesses started calling me to try and help negotiate or mediate very high visibility litigation, and that's how I got involved.
The judge must have recognized natural qualities in you. You must be aware that you possess natural qualities to do this. What are those 2 or 3 qualities that you think you possess that make you good at this?
You better be smart. You better be able to master the subject matter of the dispute. You better be optimistic. You better be creative, and you better be dogged to keep the disputants at the table. Let's just work this out and find a way to get to yes. And those are the qualities, I think, of an effective mediator: the ability to think out of the box, to stay as long as necessary to get the deal done, to be able to master the disagreement, the substance of the disagreement, and to stay at it till you get to yes.
And I assume that since you are a faculty member at Columbia and have spoken about this extensively across the country and around the world, that there are skills that are teachable. Even though you yourself didn't take a course in mediation, there are skills that are teachable.
I think that's right. I don't think the skills that can be taught can make somebody an effective negotiator or mediator if they lack the personality or the skills that I've just described. But I do think that people with the potential to be good negotiators or mediators, like yourself, can benefit from war stories, experiences, priorities, preparation, implementation. Yes, I do think that in that sense, you can make individuals who might otherwise not realize how effective they can be to become more effective.
I'm curious about how you use this portfolio of talents and skills that you have. Do you approach deciding what restaurant to go to with your negotiator's hat on when you're talking to your wife, or do you just take out this set of skills when you're around the negotiating table?
Strictly the latter. I don't try and use my skills to influence a wife who knows all of my wily tricks and is not easily the subject of negotiation. I basically do what she asks.
Got it. So you employ.
You got to know your limitations, Mark.
That's the first part of the course, I suppose. You know, when you have people for half a day, as we will in Washington, D.C., and you set up a kind of mock negotiation, what are the couple of things in that introduction to negotiation that you hope to convey to them?
First of all, you try and convey in clear terms your understanding as to the nature of the dispute. In other words, before you begin resolving the dispute, we want to make sure that everybody in the room understands what is the dispute. You can't begin resolving it if there's not an understanding as to what it is: wages, hours, terms of employment, budget, finances, etc. You have to clearly delineate at the outset. I'm here to help you. As I understand it, there are 7 issues, and these are the issues. Then you want to give each side to the dispute a full opportunity in the presence not only of the mediator but the other side. Here's where we're coming from on these 7 issues. Here's why we think we're right. Then you give the other side an opportunity so that there's an exchange of views. Then you put each side in a separate room. I'm not sure we'll do that in the mock mediation, but you would put each side in a separate room, and the mediator would be the information flow, going back and forth, shuttle diplomacy, in an effort to come up with creative compromises that will resolve the 7 issues that are in dispute.
Yeah, what's interesting is you describe the role of the mediator, which of course you are in all of your situations. So many times our opera company management is sitting down face to face with
Same.
And there's no mediator. There's no one.
A clear understanding of what's the dispute, some options for resolving the dispute, the ability to convey to the other side a desire to resolve the dispute, a flexibility, a creative tone that will help lower the temperature in an effort working together to get to yes.
Well, I just love hearing you talk about it even in this introductory way. I have to look to see if I can extricate myself from other responsibilities on the day of the seminar so I can be there myself.
Never happen. You'll be shuttling back and forth probably to 7 different meetings.
Well, I'll negotiate with some of them so they can give me time to be in the room with you. We are so privileged to have you as part of our faculty for this conference. We are honored to be in Washington for the first time in 20 years. We really look forward to seeing you and all of your Washington National Opera colleagues in just a few weeks.
I am, I am very, very impressed, Marc, with all that you're accomplishing in difficult times, and I'm looking forward to being part of it.
Accomplishment from you. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.